G'day guys. I went out shopping and I bought myself something very interesting. Well, I don't know if it's interesting or not, but I'll show you what it is. I don't know how many of you remember these things. The Goldseekers 15,000. As memory serves me right or wrong, this is the start of Minelab. So I've got a coil on the end there, and I'm going to fire it up and see if it actually works. So I wish I had a big bench spare. Don't do that. Jesus. This place just lacks flat surfaces to do anything. You know, at any given time, there's always a detector sitting on the bench getting done because it just doesn't stop. So anyway, I'm pretty sure. I think I actually had one of these. These are, I don't know, 1980 something. What does it say here on the back? Designed and manufactured in Australia to work best under Australian conditions. Interesting. I don't know if that slides along, but the battery, oh dear me. How about I drop this down a bit? There we go. That's probably a better way of doing it if I can. Okay. Of course it's going to slide across the floor. Now, how do I get that out? It's got a tape here. Oh, okay. Okay, it's got battery, or two sets of battery holders. Okay, so it takes AA batteries. Okay. I was just thinking, could you put a 9-volt battery on it? Hang on a second. Let's put, I think it's, yeah. Energizers, in you go. We'll see what happens. Oops. First mistake, I put it upside down. Oh, God. Have another beer. In it goes. Down you go that way. God, I haven't put these sort of batteries in a metal detector for forever. I should have unclipped them and done it, but that's all right. We'll get there. Okay. So that's one done. That's connected. We'll stick that. I think you're meant to use this tape. That can go over there. Yeah, well, the tape goes in with it. Oh, well, whatever. Who cares? It'll come out. Okay, another battery. Clip that one in. Lucky I bought a stack of batteries. Usually the kids knock them off. So we'll get there. Okay. I don't think these will get stuck, so I can probably pull that back and stick that in there like that and quickly close up the trapdoor with these two little screw things. Captive little screw things. Worst thing is they fell off out in the middle of the gold fields. You'd be really, really beside yourself. Now, how do we turn this on? And what do we do? Now it's a VLF. It should behave itself. Ground balance. We'll stick that in the middle. Sensitivity. We'll stick that down. Auto or manual. We'll leave it in auto. I didn't know it had auto sensitivity. Okay. Obviously, it has some sort of feedback system. Ferrous discriminator on or off. We'll turn it off. Headphone. It's got speakers. Oops. I've loosened everything off now. Threshold and on and volume. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Huh. Nothing. Sensitivity up. Volume. Oh no, it's dead. Oh, sugar. Ah, sugar. Oh no, where am I going to get the parts to fix this? God, I don't know if there's any caves still left in existence. No. It should just work. Threshold. They were new batteries. Ah, bugger. Well, that doesn't work. Maybe the speaker's chewed out or something, and I don't know. What does that do? So I'll have to fix this. I'll repair it. It's in really good condition for a detector that's so old. Looks like, well, the guy I got it off told me he used it once and hung it on the wall. I'm not joking. That's what he told me. Okay. It doesn't work. But lo and behold, I've got another antique here. Oh, how about I put this back up? Oh, dear me. Oh, this is a real blast from the past, right? And there's its coil. What does it say? Relic Magnum, right? A Relic Magnum. This is interesting. And this is, it's also in very good condition. I think they were hung up on the wall and not used. But that's what it is. It's a compass. And got lots of knobs and buttons on it. It just reminds me of like an A2B Garrett detector. And maybe it's along the lines of. But let's have a look at this. What do we got? Okay. We have Compass Electronic something, and it's a bit corporation. There you go. Battery check on it. Okay, ground tune, standard and discrimination. Tuning for what? I don't know. Manual and auto. For maybe ground tracking. I don't know. I can't remember. This stuff is way too old. Sensitivity, power on. Obviously, there's no power. Battery test. And headphone connection. And it's got a speaker on the side. So even back then, they knew how to put speakers somewhere where you can actually hear it. Unlike, I won't mention the detector with the speaker on the arse end of it, which really just what were you thinking? You're entertaining the people walk behind you or something. Dear me. Okay. Well, that bit of plastic pops off. Oh my God, what is in here? Holy my God. Now, I've got to find out information on this because out pops 3 battery connectors. Oh dear, it's not a 4th, is there? I hope not. I guess that you ran this on 3 9-volt batteries. Wow, what an expensive beast to run. I think that might need to be changed. Wow. It's got a piece of plastic in there that holds the batteries. It looks factory. And to make, to look at this is unreal. I reckon this was actually done in the factory. My guess. See the plastic there? The gouges for the wires to run down are done with a soldering iron. I'm not joking. They've just put a soldering iron in there and just burnt some gouges there for the wires to not get crushed by the door going back on. So that is hilarious. There we go. Look at this. It's got this plastic thing here, screws on with one screw, which is, I suppose, to make it stand up straight, but for some reason it wouldn't in a million years at the moment because it's all bent. I don't know if it's meant to be bent or is that on it? Oh no, it slides around. You can set it up. Okay. Oops. Won't push it too hard. But there, yeah, there you go. It's got a cutout channel and nut in there and it moves back and forth. So there's our compass. I don't know if I've got 9-volt batteries. I might have. But, God, what a relic. I mean, 3 batteries. Well, I want to see if they work. Obviously, I've got to do some repair work on that early Goldseekers ACA Minelab detector. So we can have a look in my battery drawer. Oh, gee, you wouldn't read about it. 3 9-volt batteries left in this packet. Are they charged? Yep. If one's good, they're all good. Someone told me that you can die doing that. I don't believe it. He said it does something in freaking 9 volts. It's just going to bloody arc out in your tongue. Not arc out, but just that's where the conduction path is. It's not going to go all the way down into your body and through your heart and come back and do anything. That's just BS. Old wives' tale for sure. Anyway, let's put these batteries on. Hope it's 9 volts. Hope it wasn't 6 or something. Oh well. If we see smoke, I might have to go and buy another BC 108 or something. Or find one. Okay. Well, the batteries are on. Let them dangle there, like some danglies. Right, now what do? I'm hitting the battery test button, nothing's happening. We have live. Well, it made a noise. Standard mode. Oh, dear me. Manual. Discriminate. Yeah. It made a noise. It won't make any other noises. That's it. It just went, that was it. Now, I'll turn it off again. Ah. At my guess, I would say either the coil wires have come off or something, or wire inside it's come off. God, that switch feels rather spongy. But oh no, I know I've got battery reading, and it says a battery is okay. So we'll put the sensitivity up the wazoo. Ground tuning doesn't make any difference or anything, but tuning. Manual, auto. Okay. Nothing else on it. It's that basic. But holy hell, it's alive. Where's it? Oh, the tuning flat out. Oh, there we go. It works. And it wants to, it's got self-adjusting threshold, and not in a good way. Oh dear. Come on. Oh, hang on. No. It just wants to crawl up. So it needs a bit of TLC. Oh, discrimination works. It won't pick up my tools. Okay. I think all the pots just need a good clean. I've wiggled the pot and it's stabilised a bit. So, okay, test it out again. What have I got? Let's see if I can get a 0.1. This is how deft these things were. It's a 0.1. Modern detector will scream on that. Yeah, I was just turning the sensitivity down and the threshold. There we go. And turn on. Oh, God, it's all over the shop when you change settings. Oh, we can discriminate gold. Doesn't like gold. Come on. It's got to be to do with ground balance offsets and that. Oh, well. I wonder why people don't use these anymore. It's trying to discriminate gold. Oh, dear me. No wonder all the gold was left for when the later detectors turned up on the market. But this is what it is. And I think, Jesus, the amount of times I say Jesus, I'm going to turn into, I don't know what. So I'll put these in there. It's obviously it's meant to have foam in there or something because it's going to wiggle around like crazy. God, the wires are tough. How about just poke it all in there and stick this thing back in? And like so. Okay, it's so spongy it won't let me close the door. We go over that. You go over that way. Oh, God. Let me shut the door. It's got all dirt and stuff in it. There we go. So yeah, that's where the batteries live in there. So obviously this one will work, and I don't know. We'll give the 15,000 a bit of a jiggle, and see if it comes to life. I don't know if it will or won't, but anyway, we'll just see. Turn. Doesn't sound very good. High, low. Let's go 10 turn pot, I think, for the ground balance. Oh, how novel. Yeah. No, it don't want to do anything. Maybe it's just giving no indication of life whatsoever. So maybe I should just undo him. Oh, dear me. And just check the battery connections just in case they're not making or something. But will you stay there? Probably not. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, out you come. Okay, there we go. So that is the. Okay, give it a squeeze. Nothing. Come on, you. Out you come. Okay, pull that. There you go. Out you come. Okay, we'll give this one a squeeze. Nothing. Okay. Let's put an external speaker into it. Have I got one loose? What's that one there? Beauty. I got one loose here with the right connector on it. Let's see what happens. There's a dodo. So it's not that. That's not the issue. But okay, we can play the Death March. It don't work. It's funny, isn't it? You know, bloody microphone plugs. They've all got microphone plugs. All the early Minelabs have, you know, the 5-pin microphone plug from day dot, and you look at the other ones, and they have similar as well. So, okay, nothing. Squeeze that one. Squeeze both together. Nothing. Oh, well, this one's going to need a pull apart and work it out what's going on. So do that. I don't want the batteries on there. I've always hated 9-volt battery snaps. They're the most flimsy thing that you do it the wrong way and it'll wreck it. And there we go. Must have done it the right way. But yeah, that's this. So yeah, I got both of these quite cheap actually. Well, depends if you call it cheap. I got 2 detectors for $100. And it was someone local too. I just drove up the road and I saw it pop up on Facebook Marketplace and I said, oh, that'll be nostalgic. Yeah, it had a price crossed out. I think it was a lot more than that. I think the guy just wanted to get rid of them. And I just raced down there, you know, and said, oh, yeah, I'll have them. Needs a new hand grip. That has definitely seen some wear and tear over the years. It's, yeah, that's interesting, actually. This actual original hand grip has stars in it. You see that? They're actually molded stars. They're part of the handle. So if you want to keep it original, I suppose you can get a new modern handle. And if you really wanted to make it look nice, you could put lots of little holes in it and put all the stars back through, or just stick it over and use the stars as like a grip. It'll hold the foam in place. So yeah, this is quite good. The paint is really good on it. It's got some sticky tape on it. You can get rid of that easy enough with some soften it up and make it gone. As long as you want to test it, make sure it doesn't take the paint off it. But yeah, it's this would actually clean up really well. Even the coil sticker is in mint condition. I don't know if you can see that. And you know, skid plate looks like it's a new one. Got no scratches on it. Maybe it wasn't used. I don't know. Don't know the history. But this thing here, you know, it's very close to new old stock, isn't it? It's amazing. So yeah, the serial number on this one, 2996. So usually, what does it say? QC passed GS15 and 2996, which normally they don't start these serial numbers at 0. You know, you don't get a serial number with 01. It will be more than likely, would they start it at 1,000 or would they start it at 2,000? These are the things I don't know. But 2996 maybe it's nearly 3,000 of these made. I don't know. Would there have been? I know there's a lot of 2000s sold when they first came onto the market. Remember Barry Johnson telling me that he just couldn't keep up. I remember he actually told me that he had deposits for 2000. This is way back 1980. 1990s, not 1980s. Gee. And he said that he had so many deposits and people had come and bought detectors and that. And he had something like about $400,000 on his premises back there in 1994, which that would be a couple of $1 million at least today, in today's money. It was a lot of money, and he took it to the bank and wanted to deposit the money in Denali, and they refused. So I think he had to go to Maryborough and put it in the bank at Maryborough. Something like that anyway. I remember him telling me the story about it, that he couldn't believe all the money because everyone paid in cash. And it was just, well, what was the detector worth back then? It was still expensive. I think it was $2,000 odd, $2,000. Oh my God, think about that. That'd be like buying a 6 or a 7 today. And yeah, he had all this money for all these pre-orders and orders and pickups and all the rest. And the bank wouldn't accept it. They didn't want to have the risk of having that on the premises overnight because for some reason they couldn't guarantee it. So I don't know what bank it was, but it was the old shop that Tony had. That had a big bank vault in it, but I don't know what bank was what. I mean, Denali probably had every bank under the sun in the 1850s there, but who knows? Later days, I don't think there's one. So you've got to go to Maryborough for the banking part there. I just don't know. So there we go. I've got 2 of these. I'm going to pull them apart and, well, I'll pull the Minelab one apart. I'll do that in a separate video. I want to clear off. I've still got people's detectors on the bench that I'm doing up for them. I've got to get on top of that because I've got more comes. And I still want to do the more analysis on that Axiom Garrett as well. Get right in. People have said, can you pin out this and pin out that and have a look on your oscilloscope? Yeah, of course I can. But yeah, it's a very interesting detector. It's very hard to make heads and tails of unless you drew out the schematic as best you could, or send the whole of the detector to now PCB and see if they reverse engineer it for you. Whoops, I didn't say that, but this is the Chinese for you. They will do that if you have enough folding stuff. They reverse engineer stuff. And like I said, I know someone who did some stuff like that, and it actually happened. They got it and it was reverse engineered. So yeah, bit of a risky thing to do. It's probably illegal, but you know, not a good idea. I mean, but heck, how come they didn't reverse engineer the 4500, but had to steal the plans off someone's, or got into the servers off someone's laptop and took it that way? But yeah, didn't reverse engineer it, and if they did, they put the wrong chips in it in a few spots. But yeah, I don't know. Have I done the right thing just buying these, or have I bought some white elephants? You know what I could do? I'm just thinking how deaf that Magnum is. It's deaf as a post. Maybe things in it have worn out or something. But you know, what if I go and trick it up and we go and put a super sensitive front end in it and stuff like that, make it like supercharged and have it as an old one and show people, go out to Goldfield detecting with it, and it'll pick up really small gold and be really good on stuff. Be a bit of a laugh, wouldn't it? But could do that with the Goldseekers too. Just get rid of all the lossy stuff out of it and revamp it. Probably needs all the capacitors changed and stuff like that. It might even have like old carbon resistors that have all wandered 2,000 miles out of specification. Who knows? You don't know unless you look at it. But these are basic detectors. And I want to know in the Minelab one, let's have a bet, okay? I'm gonna lay a bet down. Who thinks that they've ground all the numbers off in the Goldseekers 15,000? Do you think that has occurred or has it not? Did that only happen on pulse induction detectors where they ground all the numbers off? So you can't fix it. No, of course you can. But just to make copying difficult, that's what it was done for. Imagine their factory and they had all trays of ICs, right, sitting on a table, and someone's gone and ground all the numbers off, okay, and they're all the same. They're all 16 leg 74 series ICs, and someone kicks a leg on the table or trestle table and it falls over, and all the ICs get muddled up. That would be called karma. But yeah, I could imagine something like that happening. Or you know, it's like on one production run there, they put all the wrong surface mount capacitors in a particular area. No one was told, as far as I know. There was an engineering bulletin about it, but only a few people got it. Yeah, they stuck wrong value caps in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 places. And if you ever sent it in for a service, it would come back with some white nail polish or something over where those caps were, because they did change them. I think it made I can't remember what the values were. They're meant to be 18 nanofarad, and they were something different. Might have been 1.8s. Might have made the detector very chattery. But you know, there's a lot of stuff I've been sending engineering bulletins on various detectors. You know, like the one that got me the best. This is a ripper, right? On the early 4500s. If you turn the power off and then turned it back on in a certain time sequence, it used to blow up the power supply, right? So they had a workaround where they cut a track and added a BAV99 diode, and I think it was a small resistor as a discharge resistor or something. And, you know, bad luck if you did that out of warranty. Blow it up. But there's many I've seen come in of the older 45s and they have not got that modification done to them. So obviously the person hasn't. It won't happen every time. I've actually tried to make it happen and it didn't happen. But in the engineering bulletin, it did say that this can happen, da 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 da, and yeah, that's it. It's probably if they came in for service that they just fix it, fix that part. It was pretty straightforward. But yeah, so there's some funny ones out there, like those push button switches on the 4000s that were all, well, they're all tarnished or oxidized or something. I've actually had them come in, and all the contacts internally are oxidizing. You try and turn the damn thing on, it won't turn on. So I think it happened from you. People went out at Christmas time and said, oh, we're going on holidays, we're going to go here or there and go detecting, and the detector wouldn't turn on. So they replaced those with toggle switches, by the way. It's like the other detectors. Sorry for dredging up all this old muck, but it did happen. And yeah, dredging up old muck. Oh, I shouldn't say that. But in the day, that's all you had. You only had these things. You had a couple of whites and bounty hunters. You know, there might have even been some Tesoros running around back then, but mainly A2Bs, these compass things. I might have seen one or two. But yeah, what was the other one? Oh God, the 5,000 whites thing, blue box. All these weird, wonderful detectors. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle on. I want to, yeah, just say I've got these things. I'm going to play with them. So if you know anything about them at all, you know, not that I pulled them apart when they first came out. I was too busy actually detecting with my Bounty Hunter 840 or 870, whatever it was. Yeah, these things here, if you've got any info on them, you can let me know. If there's any websites or anything with Sketchomatics. I mean, in that day, it was Sketchomatic. It wasn't like done on a computer, was it? So, yeah, any info on these would be good, because otherwise I've got to go and poke and prod and I'll be there for hours, possibly. But we'll just go and see what we can do with these. And if they have rubbed the numbers off the chip, put a bet down there that you think it is or it isn't. I reckon that'd be interesting. I'm trying to think of the people involved, and I guarantee you, I'm going to say that the chip numbers have been taken off, right? So it's going to be full of probably a few quad op amps and what else? You know, a 4040. I don't know what else. Probably LM380 or something as an audio amp. I don't even know. Yeah, it probably existed back then. I don't know. It's very old, so I'm going to have to, fire up the DNA sequencer to find out what the parts are, what they're related to. I don't know. It might be full of resin. I don't know. I haven't opened one up, so I'm going to find out anyway. So a handful of screws, but like I say, I have to clean the bench up. I've got someone's 5,000 on it I'm doing, so I've got another one down I've got to do, and I've got a 7,000 I've got to do. Okay, it's past work hours, so I'm going to have a play with this stuff. Anyway, turn it off, and I'll see what happens when I sort it out. Anyway, we'll make another video of the internals and see what we can find out going over it. You know, somebody might want to remanufacture it. And sell it as a clone. No, I'm joking. You wouldn't do that in a fit. No way, no. That would be number one way to go broke, okay? Because no one would buy your stuff because it wouldn't perform very well. But yeah, it's very, very old technology. Very old indeed, you know. We'll pull it apart and see what we can find out about it. God, yeah. God, how old is it? It's amazing. It really is. Ah, dear. Okay, catches.